Your brain isn't tired because you think too little. It's tired because you never stop thinking. If your mind turns every small decision into a full movie, this video is about you. Overthinking isn't just thinking too much. It's a mental loop. It keeps you awake at night, drains your energy during the day, and makes simple choices feel way heavier than they should. It turns quiet moments into noise and free time into stress. In this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of overthinkers. What's really happening inside your brain? Why some people get stuck in these loops more than others? And the hidden pattern almost every overthinker shares. Stick around, because once you understand this, you'll start seeing your thoughts for what they really are. Not commands, just noise. Let's paint a familiar picture. You send a text, no reply. At first, you're fine. Then 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes, half an hour. And suddenly your brain hits the panic button. Did I say something weird? Maybe I offended them. What if they're ignoring me on purpose? What if I ruined something? Nothing new happened. No proof appeared. But your mind still created a whole story. That's overthinking in real life. And here's something important most people don't realize. Overthinking is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's actually a sign that your brain is working overtime to protect you. Psychologists explain overthinking as a safety habit. Your brain believes that if it keeps thinking, replaying, and analyzing, it can prevent pain, embarrassment, rejection, or regret. It's like a security camera that never shuts off, even when there's no threat. Overthinkers usually have very active, alert minds. Research shows they're often more sensitive to emotions, body language, tone, and small changes in behavior. They read between the lines. They pick up on details other people skip. That can be a superpower. But when that same awareness turns inward, it becomes a problem. Instead of noticing life, the brain starts watching itself. Overthinking usually shows up in a few clear patterns. First, replaying the past. You replay conversations from yesterday, last week, even years ago. Your brain zooms in on one sentence, one reaction, one awkward moment. You ask, why did I say that? Even though no one else remembers it. Second, worrying about the future. You don't just plan, you predict. Your brain runs through worst-case scenarios like it's rehearsing for disaster, not because you enjoy it, but because you think being prepared will keep you safe. Third, overanalyzing yourself. You monitor how you act, talk, sit, and react. You wonder how you're coming across. You judge yourself in real time. It's like living with a commentator in your head who criticizes every move. And here's something people rarely say out loud. Overthinkers are often deeply caring people. They care about doing the right thing. They care about how they affect others. They care about not messing up. So their brain says, let's think harder. But thinking harder doesn't bring peace. It brings pressure. Studies on decision-making show that when people are given too many options or too much information, they feel less confident and more anxious. This is why overthinkers freeze. They see every angle, every risk, every possible outcome, and end up stuck. It's like trying to move forward while your mind keeps pulling you back. Here's where overthinking becomes dangerous. It feels useful. It feels responsible. It feels like you're being careful, but slowly it starts costing you. You lose confidence in your gut. You delay decisions. You avoid action because you don't want to choose wrong. You start living more in your head than in real life. And the biggest lie overthinking tells you is this: once I figure this out, I'll feel better. But that moment never comes. Because overthinking doesn't solve problems. It feeds them. Your brain starts treating thoughts like facts. But thoughts aren't facts. They're guesses. They're fears wearing logic as a costume. And every time you engage with them, you teach your brain that they matter. So why do some people overthink more than others? One big reason is early experiences. If you grew up being criticized, judged, or punished for mistakes, your brain learned that mistakes are dangerous. So now it tries to avoid them by thinking everything through again and again. Another reason is uncertainty. Overthinkers struggle with not knowing. Silence feels threatening. Waiting feels unbearable. So the brain fills the gap with stories, usually negative ones, because uncertainty feels worse than bad news. Perfectionism plays a role too. Many overthinkers believe there's a correct answer for everything, a perfect choice, a perfect response, and if they don't find it, they blame themselves. There's also something psychologists call rumination. That's when the brain gets stuck chewing on the same thought without moving forward. Studies link rumination to anxiety and depression, especially in people who are highly self-aware and emotionally sensitive. But here's a huge shift most people never make. Your brain doesn't actually need answers. It needs reassurance. Overthinking is your brain asking, "Am I safe?" Not, "Am I smart?" That's why telling someone to just relax never works. You're not fighting logic, you're calming fear. And fear only quiets down when it feels supported. This is the moment everything clicks. Overthinking isn't fixed by thinking less. It's softened by trusting more. Trusting yourself to decide without knowing everything. Trusting yourself to handle mistakes. Trusting yourself to recover if things go wrong. Psychologists call this building tolerance for uncertainty. Overthinkers usually have very little of it, but the good news is it's a skill you can build. Instead of asking, "What if this goes wrong?" ask, "If it does go wrong, can I survive it?" Almost always, the answer is yes. And when your brain learns that you can handle discomfort, it slowly stops overreacting. The thoughts don't disappear, but they lose authority. So let's bring it home. Overthinkers aren't broken. They're cautious minds stuck on high alert. Their brains are trying to protect them, but they're using fear instead of trust. Overthinking comes from care, not weakness, from awareness, not failure. And the goal isn't to shut your thoughts off, it's to stop letting them run your life. Once you understand why your brain does this, you stop fighting yourself. And that's when calm finally has space to show up. Thanks for watching. If this helped you even a little, hit like, share it with someone who overthinks too much, and subscribe for more videos like this.